As a huge fan of the Vikings TV series, I have long wanted to take an international trip to Europe to visit the actual filming locations of the show. Lucky for me, those dreams became a reality, as I was able to travel to Ireland, the filming location of Kattegat, and Iceland, where the character Floki took a majestic journey to in the show and visited many of its beautiful sights. The first part of this video will focus on the Ireland part of our trip. So, of course, the most important location to visit was Loch Tay, or the setting of Kattegat. Kattegat is the main town in the Vikings TV show. The first thing that jumped out to me is how beautiful this lake is.
It was actually me and my wife's favorite sight to see in Ireland, even if you ignore the fact that it's in Vikings. Here's the beautiful hike to the awesome view of the lake. Here's a nice comparison shot of the real thing and how it appears in the show.
We also went to the Powerscourt Waterfall, another one of Ireland's majestic waterfalls and another key filming site in Vikings.
Most notably, this is where Ragnar sees Aslog for the first time. She's bathing in the waterfall with her handmaidens. The river next to the waterfall was beautiful. It looked like it was straight out of the TV show. Next, we traveled to Iceland to visit several of the sites that Floki visited in the show. Floki undertook a journey of discovery to this magical land, and our trip to this small island was really not that much different in a sense. The main location we wanted to visit in Iceland was the Skogafoss waterfall, the most prominent waterfall that Floki visited in the show. Truly is a majestic waterfall. I was in just as much awe as Floki was in the show. We also did the hike to go to the top of the waterfall. It really puts you in awe to be in the presence of such a beautiful natural wonder. We also visited some of Iceland's black sand beaches. Specifically, Floki lands at Reynisfjara Black Sand Beach when he arrives in Iceland in the show. It is Ireland's most iconic black sand beach. This setting appears to have been significantly edited for what appears on screen.
Perhaps this is what the director thought centuries worth of erosion looked like. Next, we took a trip to Vernufoss, another site that Floki visited in Vikings. The hiking path to the waterfall was incredibly beautiful, truly like something out of a fairy tale. The trail leads all the way up to the underside of the waterfall. It is beautiful all throughout. As with Skogafoss, I also tried to recreate one of Floki's poses at Vernufoss. We also visited Gullfoss, another waterfall featured in the show. This is the filming location where Aud commits suicide after Floki's settlement goes awry. I was immediately impressed by the incredible size of this natural wonder. See how small the people in this clip look in comparison to the waterfall? As you can see from the screenshot comparison, the scene appears to have been filmed on the reverse side of where we were. I don't believe I was able to access it as a 4-wheel drive vehicle is needed. The last Vikings-related stop we made on our trip was at the Krizabik geothermal area. This is another one of the areas that Floki visited when he first arrived in Iceland. The area is full of bubbling mud pits, hot springs, and steam vents. Honestly, it really stinks here. My wife actually had to go back to the car because she was getting sick. That foul smell is actually the result of sulfur deposits. Here's one of those bubbling mud pits. This pit looks very similar to the one Floki was using on screen to tend to a cut on his hand. A large version of this bubble pit was right by the entrance. Very cool. In all honesty, the Krizavik scene wasn't the most memorable scene from the show, but after this visit, it definitely will be one that I will never forget. Iceland is one of the most memorable and unique places my wife and I have been to in our lifetimes. The fact that I was able to visit several of the places that appeared in the Vikings TV show made it even more amazing. I honestly probably would never even have come to Iceland had it not been for the Vikings TV show, but boy, would I have been missing out. This trip will definitely be an experience that I will never forget. Thanks for watching, hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time.